Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a custom on my brand new pair of Dunks, and this is going to be in the team green colorway. Now, I had this vision ever since I saw someone do it on the high version of this sneaker, or the mid, no, it's a high version of the sneaker. And what all they did was they had yellowed the sole, and you can see it in the title, so that's why you click this video, hopefully, is that I'm going to be, I guess you could say, aging the shoe. And basically they made the sole yellow, and the shoe looked 10 times better because I guess the green and the cream goes so well together. And that's the point of this video, to be honest, is because I love cream on sneakers. As you can see, I got the cream on these soles, the cream on these soles, the cream on most of my shoes. There's some type of cream, beige, or off-white, and I think that makes the sneaker looks 10 times better. I don't know what it is. Today, here's the shoe already done, and this is what it's going to look like by the end of the video, to be honest. I'm going to do a lace swap on top of this, but this is going to be the final product. And it's been a couple of days since I've already done the actual custom on the shoe. And you can see this is the color, the final color we get. We get a slight beige on the bottom all around. There's a little couple of patches, you know, but that's what comes with dyeing, you know, can't be perfect. And it's just the cream on the midsole with white on everything else still. I'm not going to touch that. And I don't know why people hate on aging sneakers. Like, if someone wants to age their sneaker, let them do it. Like, I don't understand why people attack other people for like customizing their own shoes. They bought it with their own money. They could do whatever they want with it. It's okay, they can say whatever they want, but I'm saying, like, people love to hate on people making the shoes look aged. So I already did the process. So basically what you're gonna see is a voiceover, and then you're gonna see me lace swap them, and then I'll show you it on foot at the end of the video. And if you enjoyed this video, leaving a like would be much appreciated, and subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, just a small goal, but I think I can reach it. Now, I'm going to tell you the things you're going to need to make this custom happen. You're going to need saran wrap, a brush that you're okay with basically getting destroyed with the dye. You're going to need to get liquid dye, and I have this Candle Science liquid ivory dye. You can look it up, and I'll leave it in the description if you need it, 100%. And you need Salon Care 40. Now, you're going to basically be mixing the dye into the Salon Care 40 to get a nice mixture. And it's going to be like 5% dye and 95% of this Salon Care. That's about the ratio you want. You can add a little more if you want these a little darker. And any more than that, you're going to get something you don't want. After you mix those two together, you're going to apply it on with a brush. And it's going to go on very heavy. It's going to go on very dark, very heavy. And don't let that scare you. That's part of the process. If I haven't said it already, this is definitely highly inspired, and most likely I am doing it because of this man. I think it was Vintage Kicks Gallery. He's on YouTube. He did this custom, and he inspired me to do it because the way he does it is quite amazing. However, there are now markers that do this for you that honestly does this process just as well. A little bit unnatural, but it does it just as well. Now, after you tape the uppers of the shoe and the soles of the shoe, you're going to want to do two things. One, we're going to have to create the dye you're going to use. So we already talked about this earlier. That's 5% of this dye and 95% of the Salon Care 40. Mix that together, and that's what we're going to be applying to the midsole. Another thing is, you're going to want to use a cotton round and some acetone. And you're just going to want to wipe the midsole down before you start any of this, just to like try to remove any excess glue or any protective that was laying by the manufacturers, just so that the sole is prepped for the dye to be absorbed. After you get the perfect mixture, you're going to apply it on. It's going very dark, and then you're going to put it basically all around the sole. You're going to get a nice coat on. Make sure it's even everywhere. And you must be weary of glue stains or glue patches on the sole, because if it has that, if it has glue stains, glue patches, the dye may not take on that. And that's what happened on this sneaker right here. As you can see, if you could see it on the camera, it's kind of like patchy with little darker areas than not. And that's me trying to fix it, to be honest. And it's very hard to try to fix something like that. Honestly, if I did nothing, it would have ended up looking like this. And my OCD personality just happened to decide to try to fix something that didn't need to be fixed. And that's what I get, but it doesn't look bad anyways. It actually looks good. So you'll see that on feet. So after you basically lay the dye on, you're going to saran wrap the whole shoe and just leave it somewhere, store it somewhere. Just let it be. I will leave it on for 4 hours. Leave it on for 4 hours, come back, wipe off the excess, and then you're going to let it be for the rest of the day. Then after that, you're going to want to just apply the Salon Care 40 and the wrap on the shoe. And I did this 2 times, and I think I did it a 3rd time, but twice would have been fine also. It barely lightened it after that. Basically what the salon care does, it lightens the sneaker, it lightens the soles. That's the purpose of it. So it lightens the already dyed soles that were already going to lighten over time naturally, but it speeds up the process, and it basically secures the fact that it won't stay that dark. So I left the shoe out for 3 hours, 2 times back to back, 2 days in a row back to back. So one day I wrapped it up, put it outside for 3 hours with this on it, wiped it off. Then the next day, put this right back on, wrapped it up again 3 hours, took it off, and then I let it be for a couple more days just to see if it would lighten up on its own, and it did lighten up on its own in a couple of days. So honestly, that's all it is to this process, is just putting on the dye, taking off the dye, and then letting it be. You could just let it be like that if you mix the perfect amount, because another thing that's key to this is mixing a perfect amount of the dye and the Salon Care 40. I would say that a little goes a long way when it comes to this dye. You do not need that much. It is insane how strong this is. Even I was surprised by how little I put, and it still came on so dark onto the shoe. So trust me, a little goes a long way. Follow the times and you will not regret what the outcome is. Alright, so now we're going to do the lace swap, I guess, to show you the end result, the very final result of the shoe. Now I ordered these two from Uniform Foxtrot. They're custom laces. I ordered one for a high top, one for a low top. The high top will be used shortly for another sneaker project. But the low top is going to go right on these Dunks, and I believe they're a little longer than these, but that's okay because these are honestly very short that come with the shoe naturally. So I'm going to swap these out really fast, and I'm going to show you what the final product looks like. So clean. Alright, so here's the laces swapped out onto the new Dunks, and I think it goes perfectly. I think it complements the soles very well, and I'm not gonna lie, cream and green and white go together so well. There's so many outfits you could pull off with something like this. If any shoe has cream and green, you have so many options to wear anything basically you want. So I'm going to show you the on-foot of this. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe want to put some cream laces onto your green shoes because you know it looks good. And so yeah, we're just going to roll the B-roll of the on-foot, and I'll see y'all next time. The guy's honk doesn't even work, dude.